Hey everyone, so I am at Universal City Walk, which is like Universal Studios. It's right next to Universal Studios, but that's an arm and a leg, and most of us don't really go there. But we do go to Universal City Walk from time to time. So yeah, just got here. I'm waiting for my mom and my brother to get out of the bathrooms, and then we're gonna walk around because it's a city walk. It's Jurassic Park themed. I don't know why. I guess it was what was popular when they built it. So that's the parking. And this is the main center. That's the Hard Rock Cafe. That's a giant guitar. This is the movie theater, and it has, as you see, the IMAX and all that. And this is basically what it is. Oh yeah, and the big monkey. There's a big monkey. It's funny because this is actually kind of weird now that I'm showing it to you guys, but I've kind of grown up here and seen this like all my life, so I'm used to seeing a big monkey. It's really not weird. It's like, it's home. And yeah, and then there's fancy restaurants, and then there's of course Starbucks, because there's always a Starbucks, and Bubba Gump's, because we have Forrest Gump themed restaurant.
Really big reds.
I showed it. And here is the fountain, and everybody tries to run across and not get wet. That's the goal here. That girl's doing pretty good. Oh! She almost made it. So sad. And that walkway in the middle is kind of like your safe way. You can walk through the middle and be chicken there. Or you can try to run across it. I think I'm going to try to run across it for you guys today. Okay, you got to get a picture of me trying to run across it. Okay. Okay. Here's you.
Get the whole fountain.
Okay.
You have the whole fountain inside?
Okay. Stay here, Jordy. And of course, if I had run now, it would have been perfect.
Summer, though.
We used to go every single summer, because this is like one of the only places that you can go when you're 12 and can go with your friends and be safe. So this is where we would have this down perfectly timed, and a whole group of us would usually run across. And this is Sparky's, and this is the toy shop. So, and it's a lot of fun. So here we are going through Sparky's because I think it's a cool store. You have to come here. If you come to City Walk, you have to come to Sparky's. Taffy and taffy and taffy. And here's my favorite part. Those are all M&Ms. You can get them in every single color, which I think is pretty awesome. And more taffy and taffy and taffy. And now we're going to my favorite store, which is a soap store. And it is called Lush. And it has the most wonderful soaps, but you can just look at that stuff online. So now I'm leaving you now.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
So I spent all this money on this. I told you guys it was my favorite store, and I spent $400. But some of it's for my mom, so I shouldn't feel too guilty about that, right? Right? 4 bags of stuff. So this is where you eat. We're up above everything, and you can hear they're doing a Christmas song. and usually they play the videos of whatever. You can't really see it because it's too bright, but it's playing this from the like Christmas shows they play every year. And so I'm up above. You saw this from down below earlier. Now I'm up. This is the food court. And that's where we ate at Versailles. And so, yeah, that's all this is a place where you shop. You shop and you eat and you eat and you shop and it's good. And that's my family. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a giant shrimp from the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. This is something I've never seen before. I didn't know they had a giant shrimp. I think it's really weird. I can't believe it. A giant shrimp. Thank you! As you can see, the Christmas decorations are still up. As you can see, everybody's wearing jackets and scarves. As am I. I'm wearing a hoodie because even though it's not all snowy and it's not 0 or 12 degrees like Celsius, it's still cold by California standards. So that's why everybody's bundled up. True sign of a tourist town.
Look!
Yes.
Has Obama t-shirts.
I know. And I do live in a tourist town.
That's really...
At an attempt to be interesting, Hot Topic has put out torches.
There's Martin Lawrence Gallery. Is that like Martin Lawrence, like
And this is the spinning Universal Studios ball. And let me at least get close enough so you can see that there's a fountain. And everybody takes their pictures. And something that I have long since been jaded on, the red carpet there. You can pretend that you're going down a red carpet. They make the candy right there. Right now they're not making candy, of course, but right there is usually where they make the candy. And they make it right there in the window, which I think is really cool.
Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany's. I really do.
And there's a silver man. He's pretending to be a statue. Just a few minutes ago, he was moving around.
my favorite part, spiraling down.
It would be your favorite part if we could do it without this one stopping every 2 seconds.
Okay, yeah, they're dumb.
I mean, I can
Usually,
you don't know your way, but it says exit. You're not allowed to go any other way.
usually people aren't dumb and they just keep going. But yeah, it's a spiral.
So that was City Walk. I recorded that on the 29th of December and it's now the 9th of January, so that took me a good while. Yeah, that was City Walk. I've been going and hanging out there since I was 12 years old. Oh, and if you notice, like at the end of right before I stopped the camera when I'm in the Lush store, this like chick who worked there was like, oh, you can't film in here, and you know, that's obviously bullshit because I'm gonna put a link in the sidebar to Charlie's 7-Nap video where she clearly in England films in a Lush store. So that was City Walk, and hopefully I'll get to show you more places around California. That's the plan anyway.